people want this relationship and not to feel like they're a number or a lead in a CRM. So I've got like a bunch of thoughts on this. And it's going to start with this idea of reframing in the mind of the writer, whether it's for recruiting or sales. And I think just moving forward, the audience should understand that when I'm talking about a sales email, this also applies to a recruiting email in almost every case. It's about what we call at Lavender a CTC, not a CTA. And CTC means call to conversation. The entire point of an email, whether it's the first email or the fifth email and they've not responded, the only point of that email is to get a reply. All the other things that you're trying to accomplish, get them on the phone, book a meeting, get an interview, book a demo to sell your product, whatever it might be, everything you're trying to accomplish is going to come after you get that first positive, ideally, reply. And that's different than what most people are doing. What most people are doing, whether it's them trying to get a job, we get a lot of these, whether they're trying to sell a product, it's a LinkedIn DM, whatever it is, it's always a lot about them. Here's my product, here's what I do, here's some logos you may or may not know. Do you have 15 minutes? And that's every single email. And I think what people don't realize if they're in the seat that sends a lot of emails is how the recipient experiences those emails. And we get a lot of inbound emails, and we're a pretty small company. So imagine how many emails you're getting if you're an executive at like a Fortune 500 company, you're getting tons. So if every email you're receiving is the exact same format, it's here's a lot about my company, here's my problem or my product, here's a question of book a meeting, do a demo, let's do an interview, here's my Calendly link, all these things. These just get ignored because it's what everyone's getting. There used to be a time in sales where volume was the competitive advantage. If you could send more emails than the person next to you, you had a competitive advantage, or make more phone calls. And that's not the case anymore because everyone can do that. Everyone has auto dialers and they're dialing hundreds of dials an hour. They have cadencing tools where they're able to send hundreds of emails at a push of a button or thousands of emails at a push of a button. And they're all the same. So the average executive is getting lots of these templated, cadenced emails that are to them just like spam. The way to do that is to introduce pattern interruption. And I'm not talking about some sales tactic or something like that. It's just to be authentic and humanize that experience a little bit more. And typically when you first meet someone, you're not just going out and saying, here's my entire resume, my entire life story. You ask them a question or you get to know them a little bit. So what we're seeing works best is just having a really short email, not saying a lot about your product or service. Maybe not even pitching your product in that first email, just optimizing all your mental energy on getting a reply. And that, in many times, that can imply the pain point you solve or the product that you have.